Hey man, the mail's here. All right. And what's going on, everybody? This is Joe R, Vintage Pokemon, and we're bringing you a super vintage mail opening right now. We don't get mail like this too often, so this is going to be pretty super duper special, straight from the PWCC vault. And for a while, I really loved buying things off PWCC. I mean, it was pretty darn good deal. I'm a little bit disappointed with the packaging from the vault. I mean, I don't feel like this got a lot of protection, personally. What do we got? What do we got here? We got Inception, Boxception, Packageception. Yeah, okay. That's a lot of extra added layers of protection there, putting just one box inside of another box. You know, so this is my big complaint, is that doesn't feel like there's a lot of protection here. I mean, they send it to you insured and everything, but you really don't want to have to deal with stuff like that. Oh, there's a tab. There's a tabby tab. Can we pull this tab? Can we pull this tab or another tab? Oh, that didn't work. Is this the tab? Oh, and that did nothing. Okay, very good. We're going to go to this Scissor Me Timbers route. Good to know that packages today with pull tabs work so effectively. There. How was that supposed to open this thing? This pull, I don't know. The world's letting me down. So let's see. Come on. Come on. There we go. Okay. So we've got, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards in here. It's supposed to be 5 cards. Get out of here. Supposed to be 5 cards in here. And PWCC for a while was really great. I mean, you bid on your stuff. It tended to be a little cheaper than eBay. And it was a good deal all around. You didn't have to pay tax if you stored it in the vault. Now, my big complaint, though, is that now they added in the whole buyer's premium thing since I'd gotten some of these. Some of these were with a buyer's premium. Some of them were not, because they only instigated that, I think, last fall, like in December or November. I forget which. So some of these were better deals than others. But, yeah, not a lot of protection that they're sending these in with. Ooh, okay. So hopefully these are all okay. Looks like we got them all. Whoop. So first up, we have, and I don't know what the orders of these are, so we're just gonna hit them up. I think English or Japanese. I don't know what the orders of these are, so we're just gonna hit them up one at a time. First up, we have the Neo Discovery First Edition Wobbuffet, probably the least of our cards in this set, and it was just a good buy. Needed it for the collection. Didn't have this one yet, so we added it on in, and it was a really good purchase price. I think I purchased this for $70, which is a pretty darn good deal for anything really first edition holographic from the Neo Discovery set or the Neo sets in general. So super pumped about that. Before we continue on with this video, by the way, do not forget to like and subscribe. Otherwise, that panda is going to eat your face. But we always appreciate it, and we do nothing really but vintage Pokemon cards here all the time, so check us on out for more content action. Next up, we have the Blissey. Okay. Beautiful card, tough to grade, and, you know, just all around good looking. Good old 120 base HP, and a little disappointing, actually, because Chansey in base sets 120, so now Blissey here. Neo Rev 120. I think in the set, Chansey has 90 HP as an unevolved Pokemon. It's either Neo Revelation Chansey or Neo Genesis Chansey. I forget which. But beautiful card again. Had to pick it up for the collection because we didn't have one yet. So that's an awesome card to grab. Hard to grade Blissey too. Not always easy to grade because a lot of times I think Blissey's known for factory lines, things like that. Okay, so now we've got a couple of Japanese cards here, and these are as vintage as they come. These are some of the oldest cards known. And I'm actually going to show off the backside of this thing first. I mean, look at that. That looks just so cool right there. It shows you the data, if there is any, for the Pokemon on the back. It shows you where you can find them in red and blue versions accordingly. I think that's what it's telling you. And it tells you when the Pokemon evolves too, which I think is really cool. Charmander evolves into Charmeleon at level 16, and then Charizard level 36. And this is a Carddass card. I think Carddass Series 1 or 2, I don't remember which. I think it's like Series 2, I believe. But without further ado, oh, yeah, that's nice. That's a PSA 9 Prism Carddass Charizard. That's a beautiful card. And it looks super fine. I love Charizard. So, I mean, even though I don't hardcore collect Carddass at this time, I really wanted to pick this card up. I thought it was just such a cool card and great for just the general Charizard collection that I've got going on here, because I have quite a few Charizards that are outside of just what I'm collecting set-wise. And so I wanted to have that one as part of the set. And now this one, this is Carddass also, but this is, I think, Series 1. That's 1997. So let's check this one out on the back side first. And that is as vintage as it comes. And you know that's what we're all about on this particular channel. And that is from the green, the original green and red version from Japan. That's the Sprite for Charizard. And you can see it just looks absolutely ridiculous. I mean, it doesn't get any more old school than that. And it's got some other cool stuff here. I mean, it's 1.7 meters, Charizard, which, you know, grand scheme of things isn't really all that tall. At least you don't think it is. And we've got here 90.5 kilograms for his weight. And flipping around, here we go. I'm sure many of you guys have seen this, at least in passing. Nice 5-time cert number up there. And just a really nice vintage art that we've got. And beautiful card, too. I mean, it's so shiny. This is actually from the red side of the set. I think there's a green and a red, and you can tell that this is the red one because, man, what is the reason for why this is the red vending series one? I think it's because this bottom area is red in color. It's tinted red, whereas the green one would be tinted green for red version and green version, which were the originals. And in the United States, we actually got red and blue, but in Japan, the initial release was red and green. And that was the versions that had these sprites on them, which is why they are the first generation of sprites to come out for Pokemon in reality. So beautiful card again, mint 9, adding it to the Charizard collection. So that is super awesome too. And when I purchased both of these, they were actually extremely good purchases because that was back when there was no buyer's premium for PWCC still. So I got them at a really reasonable price without having to pay a, whatever it was, 20% buyer's premium. I still think that's pretty ridiculous. Okay, but now, the final card that we have here. This actually completes a long time quest for me. This is the end of a journey. The first edition PSA 9 Raichu. And this is the last of the PSA 9 first edition base set cards that I needed for my collection. I have a PSA 8 already, which I'm still not going to sell because it's a gray stamp, and I just think it's really cool to have a gray stamp, especially a Raichu, as part of my collection. But I now have every single base set first edition card, holographic card, as a PSA 9, which is amazing. The only exception, actually, is Charizard, but I've decided with purpose that I'm going to leave Charizard alone because I have that as a BGS 9 with 9++ subgrades. So 2 of them are 9.5s and 2 of them are 9s. And it's a really strong BGS 9, so I'm very, very happy with that. And I'm just going to keep it as such because to get another Charizard just to have a PSA 9 would be fairly difficult, I think, at this point. So beautiful card. Super glad to have added this to my collection. Really happy to have added all of these to my collection. And that's what we do here. We collect cards and we show them off. Specifically the vintage cards. The older the better, because you know I like the oldies. So guys, tune in next time. More vintage Pokemon card content action. Love showing this stuff off. It can be tough sometimes. I'm still waiting on some orders to come back from PSA. Really, really ridiculous. I've got an order that's been sitting there for a year and a half now. So I apologize if it feels like I haven't purchased a lot of things in a while, but it's only because I buy with what I've got. And if I don't have anything, then I can't sell anything to buy more stuff. So it's kind of, I don't know, a little bit of a holding pattern right now. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you all next time. Adios.